have to do a lot of stuff.
How many subjects do you need to finish the final exams?
I think it's maybe 3.
Uh, so do you need to finish the exam, all the exams within a day, or it is scattered to different dates?
There's two exam in one day. It would be tomorrow, and the last one is on Friday.
All the tests are taken in English, or is there any exception for Vietnamese test?
Yes, it is all in English.
Yeah. And today we move to the news chapter, the writing session. So first the essay writing, uh, advantage and disadvantage, advantages and disadvantages, the benefits and the drawbacks. Uh, Now help me to read this one, please.
Um, Try writing an essay on this subject before you study this unit. You need to write an introduction to the topic, think up to advantages on to the situation, and provide clear examples. Think up to disadvantages and write about these with good support. Write a short conclusion, giving your overall opinion. Write a minimum of 250 words.
And I think it would be uh, it's a good idea for you to write about 300 words, because you just have 40 minutes. So try to finish in 30 minutes or maybe 35 minutes, and you left yourself 5 minutes to check the grammar's mistake uh, if needed. For example, I tell me about the advantages and disadvantages the of internet invention.
Um, about internet invention, the first advantage I would think of is that more accessibility to everyone to knowledge, because with the help of internet, it is easier to find knowledge or to look for some information online within one click. And the second advantage I think of is that it helps maintaining relationships become easier, because you can easily have a call or a video call with your relatives through the phone using the internet.
And
Uh,
keep
what,
in touch with someone
mm,
um, for
mm,
distance. About disadvantages.
about this, I think the advantages is not much to say about, but um, it's I think it's the way people are using the internet in the wrong way, because as I said before, it is very easy to post something on the internet, and to some people they use it in the wrong purpose. They can post negative content onto the internet. And the second disadvantage is that everyone can get access to the negative content, which is shared widely throughout the internet, and it can lead to many serious problems, like a like harming the mental health of the children when they accidentally came across something bad on the internet.
This one is that they can post something negatively and it's caused the chaos in the society because people don't distinguish what is right or wrong when they surf the internet. The second is that it's damage our health, physical health, and also mental health. If we spend too much time on the screen. Okay, so this is just the first to write the body is the body paragraph. There's two paragraph. The first paragraph advantages, the second one disadvantages. And for the introduction and conclusion, we will study later. Now there's a part there are popular sayings about home. So home is where the heart is. Ah, and home sweet home. And there's no place like home. So similar meaning. Now, do you agree? Home is where the heart is.
I think I definitely agree with the saying because I'm a kind of person who I would be I would work everything for my family to get better or to maintain my family's happy. So saying home is where the heart is like um is to me it's the same meaning as I would do anything for my home. So I agree on that.
And can you find any other place that you can make you feel like you are at home?
No, I think that home is the only place that I feel the most comfortable. Even though I'm living in my apartment or accommodation right this time, and I live alone. I don't care about everyone else, but it's just the feeling it's like lonely, and I miss my home every minute.
Okay. Where are you living at the moment?
Uh, I'm living at my I'm living in my accommodation at the moment for studying at university.
Where is your accommodation?
Uh,
Where is your accommodation?
it's a place in a very big city named Ho Chi Minh City, and it's in Bình Thạnh district.
Do you rent a house or you rent a room?
I thought about renting a house before, but it's too expensive, and I think it would be more reasonable to rent only a room.
And you live with you share the room with the owner.
Yes, yes,
So you rent a room in the big family where they have different rooms for different members. Is the
yeah,
room comfortable and big enough for you for your own personal life activities and your study?
yes. I can say that it's not too big, but it's enough for me to do my daily activities in the most comfortable way because I'm living alone and I don't have to share my personal space with another one.
Is this too costly for you to rent that room when you are still a university student? Uh,
Yes, it's
and
very
you, yeah.
okay. I think it's very costly for me and my family because they support my living. But I'm having a job now and I can use my salary to support my family. I won't
Mm,
support my rent.
can afford.
Afford.
Are you having a new job now?
Yes, I'm trying to have a new job, but like at the language center, but they want me to offer them the my căn cước công dân, but I'm not having it at the moment.
Identity card.
Oh,
Identity card. So is the receptionist at the English center or the teaching assistant or a teacher?
yes,
Teaching assistant.
okay. I'm applying for the teaching assistant because they said that I need to be more I need to have more experience to be a teacher at the center.
Mm, mm. So it's the offline center or the online center?
They have many options for many different options, and I was aiming for the online class because I think it's more convenient.
Are you confident that you can ensure the Wi-Fi connection?
No, I'm not. I think that I'm kind of confident in my knowledge. Like I can. confident in teaching, in showing the people how good I am at English, but I'm not very confident in my teaching skill because I have no experience at all.
If you work online, you need to ensure the internet stability. So you need to buy the more stable package. Can you tell me the name of the center? Is it big enough or is a very famous center in the city?
I'm not. I don't have many information about the center, but I think its name is Nika gì đó, Nila something, and it's quite popular, just like Dota and an English fighter in the Ho City.
Really?
Yes,
Lila,
Nila.
Ila,
Không cái gì, Nika gì á, quên rồi.
Kenya,
Lina không? Lina hay là gì?
ILA.
Không, cái gì IA gì á, để coi nha.
This one?
Không phải đâu, kêu.
Mm. This one.
Nghe nè, không phải. Từ từ để đi kiếm cái tên.
Kenya, Kenya.
À,
This
Kina,
one.
Kina, đúng rồi, Kina.
How about the how many students are there in the class that they are going to give you and did you attend the interview in English already?
No, I haven't take any interview up to now, but my friends who is currently working in the center said that it would be a test for you if you come to the interview, and every class will have about 40 students in average.
40 students.
Yes, I think so.
Secondary students or primary students?
Um, um, my friend said that it would depend on what class would you choose to teach.
Mm. There's a lot of food about the center, but did your friend introduce you and telling you more information about this one?
Yes, yeah.
What kind of information do you know about this one? You can apply for the center. Apply for the IELTS assistant. We said
Oh,
English. This one. This one.
gì trời. À, wow, wow, wow.
You can apply for the teaching assistant subject. This one. Huh. Uh, apply for this one only because it's a big center, so maybe they can you can learn lots of teaching skills from them. You are in Bình Thạnh district, so it's far, right? It's near District 3.
Yeah, yes.
I think it's good for you to apply for IOA. Yes.
Ai quay luôn
Center.
hả? Như vậy.
Yeah, yeah. This area, there's lots of rich kids in the center,
Oh,
and they have the incentives like bonus on events. Kenya is not good center. I told you, so be
sao vậy?
careful. Um, you should go find more information on Facebook about this one, like Ford about blah 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 center.
Oh, okay.
Uh, so tuyển dụng trợ giảng tiếng Anh. It's good. Your English is very good to apply for VUS. VUS is a famous and prestigious center in Ho Chi Minh City. This one, Apollo is also good. And VUS, remember this one. VUS, VUS have a wide range of branches in Ho Chi Minh City. Try to apply, just apply for teaching assistant, not a teacher. And you can learn a lot from the center. They focus on your good attitude, good attitude and English skills. So if you can pass the English test, work as a teaching assistant, you can learn a lot from foreign teachers. They are professional teachers from the US and UK. So VUS, VUS, ILA, VUS, ILA, and research. Okay. Big centers, because you just apply for teaching assistant, try to apply at different centers until you get the job. Because it's good for you in the future. You have the environment to work with English teachers, the foreign teachers. You can practice your English skills too, and you know, maybe you can get more bonus at the big centers on special occasion. Yeah, try to apply it. And of course, they also ask you to have their student ID and identity card. Wait until you have that one, apply for this one. Kenya is not a good center. It's not a good center. It's just normal one. And if you say 40 students in the class, I think it's the big problem because as I know there's only one students in the class for the center. Huh?
Oh,
Okay. So I suggest you find the teaching assistant position in those centers, and there are also other big centers in Bình Thạnh district. I don't remember the name, but you can try it, like Bình Thạnh district. Hả? Ừ. This one, oh, it's okay. In Bình Thạnh district, find if you want to work in, you can search the destination and Google Map to find the locations and to decide whether or not to apply. So of course, try to apply for teaching assistant only. Oh, this is teacher, right? No, try to find teaching assistants. Huh? And
mm,
maybe you can learn a lot in the future. Uh, because even in the future, you don't work as a teacher. When you work with people in international environments, you learn a lot good personalities from them, and it benefits your future career. You learn a lot of skills from the foreigners. I mean the foreigners, not Vietnamese. Now we continue. How long have you been there? How long have you been living there? Your current accommodation?
I think that I have been living here since the day I got to university, and it's about um 8 months, 8 months up to now.
Okay. Do you feel familiar with your current living environment yet?
Yes, kind of, because I think that the landlord is kind of friendly and I feel comfortable with them. Just not as close as my family, but I think it's enough.
Uh, are there any difficult that make you feel uncomfortable when you live in this place?
Uh, I think the biggest uh, uncomfortable point is that I I'm living in the house of the owner, and every activities, every of my activity could somehow affect them, and I think it's not good for both of us. I think it would be better if I have my personal space.
Mm, yeah. Would you rather live on your own with or with your friends or family in the future?
Yeah. In the past, I used to think that it would be better if I live with someone else. Like I would have my friend to share my problem, share my sadness, and someone to help with my difficulties. But at the present, I think that living alone is the best because I don't have to care about anyone else, and there's no one who can affect my personal space. And yeah, and I'm kind of appreciate my living space right now.
Mm. So continue to live alone until you have a job, and even after graduation, you can find a better place living alone. So that time you can spend more time for your own relaxing moment or your own study. It's really quiet and it's good for you to focus on your thing. Of course, I think it's good to live alone when we are still working and studying at the same time. So sharing a space with someone somehow is uncomfortable because we need to wait for them doing something and then it takes time. Are you a good person to live with?
Um, I think that is not something that uh I could say I could say myself, but I think that I'm pretty comfortable with the one who sharing the house with me because not to be very confident, but I think that I'm kind of generous. Like I can share my food, my cosmetics, or even my clothes if my like my partner needs.
So how about your previous roommate? Not your partner, she's your roommate.
One
Ah,
word.
okay.
Yes.
So do you think your previous roommate is also a good person to share a room with?
I think that she's not too good, but she's suitable to live with me. Like in the past time when I have to share the room with her, I think it's pretty normal and nothing to complain about. The only reason she had to move away is that she got a boyfriend, and I think that they want to share the room together. So she left me. She left me.
Yeah. She left you, she left the room, move into other place.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
She left you, it means she abandoned you. Uh, have you ever lived abroad? If so, how did you find uh, living there?
I haven't lived abroad once in my I haven't lived abroad before in my life, and I think that it would be like my future directions because I want to have my PhD in a foreign country. I think it would be very like challenging and hard to get familiar with because at this time, even though I'm still live in the same family, I in the same country as my family, I'm still miss them a lot. So if I have to move abroad one day, it would be difficult for me to get adapted.
So if you also have a plan to study abroad, so IOA and VLS are the good options for you if you are luckily successful uh, to apply for the job because it's their international environment. You can work with foreigners and you learn their mindset a lot from them. Number six, could you live anywhere in the world? If you could, where would it be?
I think that I couldn't live anywhere in the world. It should be a specific country um, would be the best if it's a tropical country. And I think my best option would be yes, still Vietnam because I'm comfortable with it and I get kind of familiar with our country and maybe moving abroad just for working and saving, but for living a long life, it would be Vietnam still.
Yeah. So get this one. Um, Now try to read all the phrases before I have you explain some phrases that you don't know. Read all the phrases, please.
Number one, clear arrangements, concrete plans. Number
Mm.
two, had jobs organized. Number three, not to hurry. Number four, hurried. Number five, needed to see new places and have new experiences. Number six, give myself extra time to do something. Number seven, damage future work opportunities. Number eight, exactly the kind of thing I like. And number nine, organized program of our course. Number 10, I couldn't believe the moment was real. Number 11, beginning a new life in a different place. Number 12, become completely involved in an experience. Number 13, see more of the world. Number 14, easy or without problems. Number 15, improve my mood. Number 16, remain in touch with. Number 17, full of life.
Mm. Now we are going to read some passages and then try to find the synonyms in each paragraph. The topic is getting away from it all. So I and you take turns to read. Ah, there are 8 paragraphs. So you first, number one. Sorry,
Ừ.
read number one. I and you
À,
take turns to read. Ừ.
ủa tự nhiên nó có cái màn đen gì nè.
Có màn
Ôi,
đen hả? Thấy chưa?
à, thấy rồi. Nãy tự nhiên nó có cái màn đen.
Ha, đợi một lát để chỉnh lại. Tại hồi nãy đang chỉnh mức độ. Màn đen là ở hai bên đầu cái gì?
Ừ.
Màn đen ở trên đầu á hả?
Không, ở trong giữa luôn, chia hết chữ luôn. Đó, 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 đó.
Còn bây giờ thì sao?
Đó, 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 nó đang ở đó luôn nè.
Kìa. Bây giờ thì sao?
Rồi, ok, ok.
Ok. Ừ. Number one, please.
Number one, when I graduated from university a few years ago, I didn't really have any concrete plans for the future. A lot of my friends already had jobs lined up and went straight to work, but things weren't so clear-cut for me. After studying hard for 3 years, I just wanted to take my time before I rushed into making any decisions about my career.
Career.
A career. Career.
London is great, but after growing up there, then spending my student years in the capital, I decided that I needed a change of scenery. I started to look into the possibility of taking a gap year and did a bit of research. In my mind, it would be a good way to buy me some time to think things through. And of course, on top of that, I was very excited about the opportunity to have an adventure. I also knew that having a year out wouldn't really harm my job prospects because employers generally look favorably on it.
Number three, one night I was out with some friends and I got talking to a guy called Ian. He told me that he had been living and working out in New York for the past 6 months on an international exchange program. He was working for a market research company in the center of Manhattan and living with a group of other British people who were also carrying out work placements in the city. It started right up my street and just the kind of opportunity I was looking for. Um, I took some details from Ian, and within a week, I had applied for a position on the scheme. A month or so later, I was called for an interview, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Arriving in New York after all hard work at universities was an unforgettable experience. I'll never forget standing on the Fifth Avenue for the first time and looking up at the Empire State Building while yellow taxis raced up and down. I felt like I was in a scene from a movie. I had to pinch myself.
Mm. Ah, number
Next,
five. Even though it was the first time I had spent an extended period of time away from home, the first few months passed by very quickly. Looking back, it was probably down to the fact that there were lots of other British people around and a kind of instant social life. I think because we were all a long way from home and starting afresh, we quickly bonded and become good friends. New York has so much to offer, and soon I had started to discover new interests. My friends back in England laughed when I told them about my cocktail making classes at night school. I love hip hop music and street art, so it was easy for me to immerse myself in the New York culture.
although my work placement wasn't exactly what I had expected, I gained valuable experience and knew whatever happened, it would look good on my CV. Anyway, my year abroad was more about the chance to broaden my horizons and consider future options than about the work.
Number seven, I can't say everything about my New York adventure was plain sailing. There were times when I really missed my family and friends. If I had a bad day or was just feeling down, I didn't have the same support network of friends that I could go to back and home to cheer me up, at home to cheer me up. Having said that, I was able to keep in contact with everyone fairly regularly via phone or email, so I was never too homesick.
On the whole, I would describe my year in New York as a life-challenging experience and an opportunity that I'm happy to say I made the most of. I got a chance to live in one of the most vibrant and cosmopolitan cities in the world. I became a much more outgoing person, and above all, I made lots of great friends along the way. I certainly don't regret my decision to go. Now we're trying to match the synonyms. For example, clear arrangements is mean concrete plans. Number
I
two, jobs organized.
think it is had jobs lined up.
Mm, not to hurry.
Uh, not to hurry is take my time, to
Mm,
take my time.
yeah, hurried.
Hurry, rush into.
Rushed into.
Rush.
Correct. Number two, needed to see new places and have new experiences.
Um, it's needed a change of scenery.
Mm, give myself extra time too.
Uh, buy me some time to think things through.
Mm, two, buy me some time too. Give me extra time to damage future work opportunities.
Um, Harm my job prospects.
Okay. exactly the kind of thing I like.
Mm. Right up my street.
Correct. Right up my street. Organized program or course. The course, the program.
Organized program. À, à, chắc là International Exchange Program hay là chắc vậy á.
I applied for the position on the scheme. Scheme is mean the program. Ah,
Rồi,
scheme is mean the program. Ah, okay. Uh, I couldn't believe the moment. No, it's on paragraph 4.
rất rồi.
Mm. I couldn't believe the moment was real.
À, I felt like I was in a scene from a movie. Oh yeah, I had to pinch myself.
That's right. Because you say that you was in a dream, not in real life. I had to pinch myself. Beginning a new life in a different place.
Um, spend an extended period of time away from home.
How about new? New,
New.
something new, something new.
Um, chắc là a long way from home and starting afresh.
Long way from home is mean in a distant place, and starting afresh is mean a new beginning, a new life. Beginning is mean starting, fresh.
À,
So only this phrase.
okay.
Become completely involved in.
Involved in. Mm.
Involved is mean you engaged.
Uh, uh, immerse myself.
Immerse myself in.
Uh,
Immerse
in,
myself in. See more of the world.
uh, chance to broaden my horizons. Broaden my
Horizons.
horizons.
Broaden. Broaden.
Broaden.
Broaden. See. Easy or without problems. Paragraph 7. Without problem.
Okay.
Everything
Plain
is
set.
smooth. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. But selling is a job, so easy or
Oh,
without problems. The adjective, just the word plain. Huh,
okay.
plain,
Okay.
okay. Improve my mood.
Cheer me up.
Remain in touch with.
Keep in contact with.
Full of life.
Full of life. Uh,
Lively.
uh, so,
Adjective. Adjective.
chắc là
Describe.
made the most of.
Full of
Uh,
life is very busy and noisy and brings lots of energy to the life.
oh,
So, vibrant. Lively or vibrant. You know lively?
yes.
Okay. Uh, And do you think that if you just graduated from university, would you want to give yourself a year to travel, or you go straight to the the job market?
I think that it would be better if I have 1 year to go and have a forward view about what I'm going to work. But I think that my family couldn't support my travels when I graduated. So I think that I would work for a few years first, save up some money, and then have my trip later.
Why don't you try to travel sometime on the weekend or maybe once a week, once a month? So working brings you experience and money to support your life, and traveling every one every month or every 2 months can bring you experience. You explore yourself, immerse yourself in the nature. Some people said that traveling is one of the way for you to discover yourself. Until you know what you want, what you need to do, and what you should do, you can decide whether or not to travel abroad for your further study, or maybe keep living in your own country and do the master degree. When you make any decisions, do you need more time to consider, and do you need to listen to anyone's advice?
Um, and when I have to make any decision, I would definitely need some time not to ask someone else about their opinion, but to ask myself about my about a clear plans for the forward steps. Like I have to make a clearly plan about what I'm going to do, and it takes time a lot.
Because my parents are the former people, the normal people, they do labor work. They have no professional work experience. So when I studied and I found a job for the first time, and until now, my parents couldn't support me or couldn't give me the advice because they have no understanding in my own major. So every step I made, I need to make careful considerations, or sometimes I need to seek advice from the people working in the same field. So, what kind of situations or problems do you need to listen to your parents' advice?
Yes, I think that would be the problem I have in my working environments, and also the problem I have with my friends. Because I think that my parents have lived long enough to have quite a big amount of experiences in dealing with all kinds of people who can be in the working environments, and they can give me good advices on how to get along with those kind of people.
I know that you are still young and you don't have much life experience as well as work experience. Uh, you are on the journey to do it and to gain and accumulate more experience for your personal and professional life. So when there's a problem coming up, happening in your life, do you try to solve the problem by yourself first? And do you based on your own previous experience, or you try to read and seek out for advice on the internet first, or you go straight to find your parents first?
I think that in most of my emergency situation, I would try to solve it myself first. And if it doesn't work, the internet would be my second choice, because it's for emergency in situation, and I don't think that my parents could be always there to listen to me. And yes, and I would seek for help on the internet. And lastly, I would ask for advice from my parents when everything is all done, and I need to sum up some helpful advice.
Do you try to be an independent person, or you think you still need to depend on someone, rely on someone, and
Uh,
even after many years you won't?
I think that being independent would be my future direction because at this time I'm not very confident to say that I'm completely independent from everyone around me. But I think that would be my ideal ideal yeah. Hình mẫu mình nói sao ta?
Model.
Yes, I think it would be my ideal model to become, because living in a big society when everyone has their own problem to care of, being independent would be easier to get adapt with.
Mm. If one day you have you have an opportunity to move to a foreign city, would you choose a country near Vietnam or far away from Vietnam, like in uh, America, American or European continent?
Oh. I think that I would, when I have a decision to move abroad, I think that I would consider which country would be more beneficial in with my field in my field and in my at my university. Most teacher has their PhD degree in Europe country, and I'm considering Danish.
Mm, Denmark.
Denmark. Denmark.
Okay. Are you a kind of brave person, like you can take adventure or alone, or if you need to travel to a very distant place, you need a companionship of someone. You need someone accompany you.
Oh, I can say that I'm not a very brave person. Like at um currently my mom still call me every day to comfort me with my living in the big city alone. But if I have to make a choice like moving abroad for uh important purpose like studying or getting a academic degree, I would have to train my bravery first. Like I would try to be independent first.
Compare between studying in your country and doing a master degree in a foreign country. Which option would bring you better and brighter future?
I'm not sure about that because it's very complicated at the moment to say. But I think that our country is still developing and there's not many opportunities I can look for even in the future. So maybe I would have a trip abroad, maybe not for working, but for achieving some experience.
If you can luckily find a well-paid job after graduation, earn money for the first 3 to 5 years, and when you can accumulate enough money to afford a tuition fee in a foreign country, the go just to the country that you like. But if you are in short of money, try to study, apply for the scholarship in Germany because it's one of the top, well-developed country in the world. So they encourage people who are excellent, talented, and hardworking. So find your own future in the foreign country if you have a chance. So if you have money, choose the country you like. If you don't have money, choose the country that you can easily find a scholarship. Um, okay, so Next, do you have a habit of hanging out with friends currently? And if you travel to a foreign country, would you still remain the habit of hanging out with friends in your free time to know more about the world?
Think that friends played a very important role in everyone's life, and I see hanging out with friends as hobby, hobbies, and also a habit of mine to help me relax my mind, like get away from the deadlines and all the exhausting hours at work. So I think that even not even in a foreign country, but in at present I still want to hang out with my friends like weekly, because I believe that my friends would be good companionship.
Mm. Now, when you want to apply for the position in a company, you will ask information from your acquaintances or friends who know more about the position, or you think you don't need to wait for someone, try to apply for the position as soon as possible because no opportunities are waiting for someone who is hesitant.
Oh. Yeah, I think that if I'm really serious about the position that I'm going to apply for, then um, searching for some forward information would be very necessary before I enter an interview. Like I have to make a clearly plan before I get into the company.
Um, mm, to the police. We have the word on the list adapt, code easily mix or can pick samples, scratch. You know scratch. Uh, for example, if you say from the scratch, this means from the moment you have nothing. Scratch. Uh, if you come into something and your body get hurt, it's called a scratch. Like this one. It's the scratch. And if you say you start something from the scratch, then you have nothing. You have nothing, no money, no job, no investments, no accounts. You have nothing. You need to start doing something from zero. So from the scratch. Ah,
Oh,
next, sense and touch. So number one, please. It's already right. I find it easy to mix with new people. Number
oh.
two,
Uh, um, I can go to new situations easily. Chắc là
I can,
ủa là sao vậy?
this
Là
one,
đọc
this one,
hay sao
this
em?
one, find the word. Missed already you, so I can, blah, blah, blah. So new situation easily. So which one?
À, I can adapt.
Okay.
Uh, I'm not worried about losing touch with old friend.
Correct. I,
I make uh I easily make friends. Hả?
correct.
Uh,
I'm able to, blah, blah, blah. Up, new languages.
oh, I am able uh, to pick up
You learn something, learned.
Like
Language is meant to pick up. Ah,
uh, to
pick
be
up new languages. People say I'm minded.
open-minded, open-minded.
Open-minded. Okay.
And when
I too.
I like to uh sample the local food.
Mm,
I feel I can cope with most challenges.
cope.
I cope, cope.
Nói.
Starting a new life from scratch.
Mm, that's
Uh,
an
I have keen
adventure.
sense of adventure.
Okay. Now I ask you this sentence. Uh, do you feel confident if you start a new life from the scratch, from zero?
Oh, I think that I'm not very confident to say that I would be um like I would be okay if I start from nothing because at the present I still need very support from my family and friends, but I'm still not like either satisfied with it. So if I have to start from nothing without my parents, without my friends, or without my teachers or my environments I'm having right now, it would be very difficult for me to adapt with, and I could easily give up.
Mm, mm. When you are in your 30s or 40s, do you think at that time you can confidently start everything after failure?
No, I think that in the past time, I would, I, I did not very comfortable with my parents, and I was very I rebel a lot, and at this time I'm very regret doing that to my parents. Um, and I can say that I'm not completely mature uh, even at this time. So at that very young age, it would be so challenging to get adapt with the environment around me.
Is it popular in your country? Sorry, is it popular that um, people or even her family in the country uh, move to a foreign country to live and settle there?
Mm. No, I think that
Are,
is uh, uh,
mm, okay, are there many people like that?
uh, I think that is not so popular at the present when a whole family moves to a foreign country to continue their life. I think it's only popular in the past when there was uh, when when uh, when there was the unification day and the other party have to move to the USA to start their life again. But at the present, it's not so popular anymore because I think that the Vietnamese people are quite pleased with the government and also the society. So it's not so popular for whole country to move away from the city, from the country.
Mm. One day, if you one day finish your master degree and also PhD degree in the foreign country, would you maintain living in the foreign country to find a high paid job, or do you want to return to your country?
Yes, I think about that once before, and I think that I would um, have my degree at a foreign country, and then I go back to my country. Not only I want to live close to my families to have to share some time together, but I also want to contribute for the society, for the country. with all the infrastructures and chances they gave me from the day I was born. And I want to use my knowledge, use my ability to contribute for the development of the country.
If you meet an excellent man in a foreign country during the time you study there, are you willing to remain living in that country with your love, or you try to bring him to your country? And what if he doesn't want to move to your country?
Oh, yeah. I think that if I accidentally be in that kind of situation, the first thing I would do is convincing him to be with me at my mother country because I think that not only I want to live in the country, but I also think that um, Vietnam would be so perfect to raise our child together. But if he doesn't want to go with me, then I would think about leaving him because, as I said before, I couldn't live away the country. I want to be clear with, I want to be close with my family, and that's my top priority.
Even if he's in very good condition, like he has a lot of money?
Not a lot of money. Like, I think that if I'm good enough to move abroad and having a job there, it would be easy for me to make a lot of money too. Like I can make money on my own and have my life better without any like barrier.
Try to be financially independent. That's the best joy for modern women.
Mhm.
Try not to rely on anyone else because we need to make our own life, our own decision. Don't rely on any other people. Uh, what problems do you think when people, what problems do you think people may face, encounter when they move to a foreign country to live and to work?
Yeah, I think that the top problem would be the language barrier because I have a friend who is um, married to a foreign people, and when she moved to but particularly is China, and when she moved there, she couldn't speak China even a little bit, and she lived in a house well when nobody understand her, and she couldn't speak her words. She complains it a lot with me, and I feel like it would be so bad if someone having a plan move into a foreign country but don't have any knowledge about their language.
How can she get married to a man even she doesn't know his language?
I think it's a sad story because she's 18, appropriate age to get married, and her family is in a bad condition, and they need money a lot to support their living, so they think of somehow giving her to a Chinese person to get like some money, and she was the best choice for it. So she have to marry that man who is like 10 years older than her to support her family.
How could she meet that man and just a kind of arranged marriage, or they also fall in love with each other before they get married?
Yes, she didn't tell me about that, but I think it's a arranged marriage completely because uh I heard her said about her future directions, like she want to be close with family and raise their child in Vietnam, but accidentally she got married to a Chinese man, and it shocks me a lot.
She is in the same mountain.
Yes, we live in the same town.
She's your high school classmate.
Yes, we was friends from the sixth grade.
So she got married to a man after graduated after graduating from high school, and maybe she found that man through the kind of company, right?
I think so. She didn't tell me about that.
Okay. How could you contact? How can you contact her now? Does she still use Vietnamese applications, or you have another um, special app to contact her? Because I know that people in China cannot use the popular apps that we used as usual.
Oh. I think that she's using her old phone at the present when she wants to talk to me. Because when she arrived in China, the man bought her a new phone and get all the apps updated in Chinese and in yes in the China ID. But she still contact with me by her old phone.
Does she have a children now? A child now?
I did ask her a few times about that problem, but she didn't answer.
Ah, it's the choice. So she chose to get married to an unknown man because she want to help their parents. So it's her choice. Uh, maybe she could refuse, but she couldn't. But she didn't do that. So it's her choice. Uh, in the past, I also had a secondary school uh, classmate. Uh, she was also in the similar situation as your friends. She got married to a Chinese man when she met him in Nhiệt Tiền Vĩnh Tân. She got
Mhm.
married to that man because she needed money to have her mother build a house. Yeah, they got married and they were in marriage for about 5 years. Uh, until one day, she returned to Vietnam and she never returned um, to China because she told me that um, they got married just because the man's side or the man's parents wanted him to have a baby, and he got married to her not because of love. So until she was pregnant, um, he to home, never returned home, and um, uh, legally they were a married couple, but they had no love. And then she returned to Vietnam after 5 years living in China. And of course, she knew Chinese also because she lived there for 5 years. So uh, I suggest you that if you want to study even Chinese, try to apply for the scholarship in China. And one day when you return to your country, you have both English and Chinese, and it's good for you to work. Even you want to work as a university lecturer or also work in their international company. And of course, no love marriage is a disaster. Okay. But anyway, it's her choice and we have no right to comment. Okay.
Mm.
Mm. Uh, 9 to 5 jobs is mean your work starts at 9 a.m. and finishes at 5 p.m. Do you want to work 9 to 5 jobs, or you just want to work a part-time job so that you can have more time for your own self-study?
Yeah, I think that 9 to 5 job would be a ideal job because I don't have to wake up so early in the morning and go home so late in the evening. Like I have enough time to have my breakfast and to cook dinner for my husband. So it would be very ideal to have a 9 to 5 job in the future.
Okay. Uh, Shock of living in an alien culture. Alien here is mean the foreign culture. Uh, so let's talk about a culture shock. Uh, when you move to the foreign country, what aspects of the culture shock that you think you may encounter?
Yeah, I think that it would be the way native uh the native people react to the foreigner. Like I haven't been to a foreign country before, but I've seen some videos online about how American like react to Asian, and like they have bad comments about our people, and like yes, they have the words for it. It's racist, and I think it would be very shocked if I came across that situation one day, because in Vietnam people are so friendly to the foreigner. Like we are the most hospital hospitable country to the foreigners. So I would be so shocked even if I'm in a racist situation one day.
Yes. We have three heading. The first one, Trapper in Paradise, Road to Recovery, and Honeymoon Period. Now I and you take turn to read the three stages. And then, okay, now capture the screen, please. This one, sorry. I send the question to the chat box. And after we finish it, try to match the headings with the stages. I will read um, until this one and you for the rest. You read the
Uh,
rest. Okay. Many people would love to leave their 9 to 5 jobs behind and have a life changing adventure overseas. They imagine lying under palm trees as the sun goes down. However, life overseas is not always easy, and many are not prepared for the shock of living in an alien culture. At first, for those who actually decide to move abroad, life is an exciting adventure. With their newfound freedom, they enjoy exploring a new surroundings and life seems like an extended holiday. They don't mind sampling the cool local cuisine and discovering other aspects of local culture. They can even afford to practice their foreign language skills without fear of making mistakes.
Oh, Stage two. In many cases, when people consider moving to another country, they often fail to realize how different life overseas will be. As time goes by, they experience feelings of frustration when language and cultural misunderstandings become a daily headache. In this stage, many people refuse to accept the differences of their host country, and some actually avoid spending time with local people in favor of mixing with others from their home country. Stage three. Gradually, over time, the visitor realizes they must accept the differences and not fight against them. This change in mentally encourages them to improve their language skills, and slowly they manage to do the things we would do without thinking at home, such as opening a bank account. This newfound confidence enables them to see a side of life which very few tourists are lucky enough to witness. Cultural shock is a real issue. The secret is to stop trying to change your host country. You will not succeed, but if not, you risk losing your dream and having to return to the old life you wanted to live behind.
Mm. Okay, so the first one is
Is the honeymoon period.
number two.
Number two is trouble in paradise.
So number three.
Is the road to recovery.
Mm. If you had the money, what would you consider?
Yeah, if I had the money, the first thing I would consider is moving out and have my own house. Like I have my own personal space and even a place for my parents to have some comfortable time at city in the city.
If you had enough money to buy the house, not enough to study, so it means that the amount of with that amount of money, you just could choose between studying and buying a new house. Which one do you choose first?
Ah, yeah, I would choose to buy a house because, like my purpose of studying is to have enough money to afford my own house. And if I have enough money, why would I choose to keep studying? Like I would buy a house and give it up and for lease and for lease. So
And it out.
uh, yeah, something like that. So can have like I can make some money and continue to afford my studying.
But study is so costly. And do you think with the amount of money when you rent out your house, is it enough for you to afford expensive tuition?
Oh my God. Uh, yeah, it would be so enough for me to not only afford my studying but also many other expenses like I'm talking about a house in Ho Chi Minh City. Like I can rent it out for uh, people who can afford it, and that kind of money I would put in my saving and use for many purposes. And the money I get from renting, from renting now would increase every month because renting in Ho Chi Minh City is very expensive.
And housing costs, uh,
Housing cost.
housing costs will, I mean, the value of the house definitely goes up year by year,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Rồi, cái bài về thuận lợi và bất lợi. Có bài thì nó sẽ nói là thảo luận về thuận lợi và bất lợi. À, nhưng có một số bài nó sẽ hỏi mình, tôi lại cái gì cho dễ. Nó sẽ hỏi mình là thuận lợi và bất lợi là gì, là chỉ hỏi thuận lợi và bất lợi nha. Nhưng nó nói là thuận lợi có vượt qua hay là nhiều hơn bất lợi hay không. Thì cái chỗ này là mình phải đưa ra ý kiến của mình nữa.
Oh my God.
Ở trên này nó chỉ hỏi là thuận lợi là gì và bất lợi là gì thôi, còn ở dưới
Oh,
là mình phải so sánh, là mình sẽ nghĩ là cái nào nhiều hơn cái nào, và phần này sẽ đưa vào phần cuối của đoạn. Cho nên nói tiếng Việt thì nói tiếng Anh hồ lố. À, đầu tiên là mình sẽ paraphrase đề. Paraphrase là sao nhỉ?
Race là kiểu phân tích hả?
Viết lại cái câu đề nhưng mà dùng từ đồng nghĩa hoặc là
Ờ,
cấu trúc khác. Mình có nè, từ đồng nghĩa nè, synonym nè, rồi viết dùng cấu trúc khác nè, hoặc là tức là đổi cấu trúc á, là mình để mình paraphrase nó, mình diễn đạt theo một cách khác nha. Xong rồi mình sẽ nói là trong bài này tôi sẽ nói về thuận lợi và bất lợi của nó, còn nếu như bài này nói là cái này có nhiều hơn cái kia hay không thì mình sẽ nói thêm câu là và tôi sẽ đưa ra ý kiến của mình. Rồi đoạn một giới thiệu là có một số bất thuận lợi như sau, rồi đưa ra thuận lợi một. Thuận lợi một là mình phải đưa ra một cái keyword nha. Ví dụ hồi nãy nói là internet làm cho người ta xem nhiều thì đó chính là giải thích, vậy thì ID của này đó chính là ảnh hưởng tới sức khỏe. Rồi giải thích đó chính là người ta dùng quá nhiều, người ta quên ăn ngủ gì gì đó ha. Vậy nếu như cái bài của mình á, thứ nhất là ý chính nè, sau đó đưa giải thích và đưa ra ví dụ. Ý chính giải thích ví dụ là tốt nhất. Còn nếu như không tìm ra được, ờ, có giải thích mà không có ví dụ, có ví dụ mà không có giải thích thì cũng không sao cả, ít nhất là có ý chính giải thích, hoặc có ý chính ví dụ, hoặc có cả hai thì càng tốt. Vậy thì chỗ này sẽ mất khoảng 3 câu đi, chỗ này mất 3 câu là 6 câu ha. Rồi tương tự bất lợi là cái này, à, cái câu này một câu nữa tương tự ha. Nói từ khóa ví dụ như là, à, cái điều gì mà bạn tự tin nhất về bản thân mình. Từ khóa của mình là chiều cao ha, my height. Xong rồi giải thích ra, khi mà tôi làm gì đó tôi cảm giác thuận lợi gì đó thì chỗ đó là giải thích rồi. Rồi giải thích hoặc ví dụ hoặc cả hai đều tốt.
Ok.
Cuối bài thì paraphrase lại cái đề lần nữa, tức là cũng dùng cái cũng nói về cái từ đó nhưng mà dùng cái cách nói. Vậy thì ở đây mình sẽ dùng nhiều synonym nhé. Mình sẽ ví dụ như trong lúc làm bài á, hiện tại chưa quen thì mình có thể dùng GPT bảo nó phân tích cái đề này cho tôi, nên đi theo hướng nào. Rồi cái thứ hai nữa là mình sẽ tìm từ synonym của từ đó, rồi sau đó mình viết ví dụ đề bài này, phân tích đề bài này ha. Đọc đề nào, ở đây đề nói gì.
Ngày nay nhiều người đi tới nước ngoài để significance cái gì
Ở
ta?
lại một khoảng thời gian
À,
rất là nhiều dài đó.
à, để tìm công việc hoặc là để học, có nhiều cái gì điều lợi về cái việc này, nhưng mà họ cũng có thể gặp phải những sự khó khăn.
À, ngày càng có nhiều người đi nước ngoài trong thời gian dài, lâu dài, hoặc là tìm việc hoặc là để học. Có thuận lợi, nhưng mà người ta cũng thấy có bất lợi luôn ha. Rồi đợi một lát, cái đề bị thiếu chữ. Đây, thảo luận về thuận lợi và bất lợi của việc sống và làm việc ở nước ngoài
Ờ.
nha. Vậy là bài đây có nói về opinion không? À không, nhưng mà cuối cùng mình vẫn sẽ nói là theo cá nhân tôi thì mình đưa ra một cái đề xuất ha.
Ờ.
Tức là cái phần đề của mình á, hiện tại thì mình chỉ viết đơn giản thôi, về sau mình lên skill thì mình viết sao. Thứ nhất là paraphrase cái đề bài, là viết cái câu này thành cái câu khác mà cùng ý nghĩa, sau đó nói một câu là gì, có cả thuận lợi và bất lợi nha.
Ừ.
Rồi trong bài này, hoặc là làm hai bước đơn giản thôi. Thứ nhất, viết lại câu này bằng một cách nói khác, ví dụ như là tôi thích chơi game, thì cách nói khác đó chính là game thu hút tôi, đó là paraphrase. Rồi thứ
Ok.
hai, trong bài này tôi sẽ thảo luận về thuận lợi và bất lợi, và sau đó đưa ra ý kiến của tôi nha. Còn không thì cứ lên trên tham khảo nha. Và hiện tại là vừa học vừa tự học nữa. Ví dụ gặp một cái đề là bảo nó phân tích cho mình bằng tiếng Việt cái đề đó mình đi theo hướng nào. Cái thứ hai nữa là để có sự so sánh, sự khác biệt giữa các ban, thì mình có thể bảo nó là cho tôi bài mẫu giữa ban 5, ban 6, ban 7 và ban 8. Hiện tại là mình em tới 8 thôi, cho nên là về sau mà từ vựng lên nhiều rồi thì mình có thể lên 9, nhưng mà hiện tại lên 9 mình đọc bài 9 mình nhức đầu lắm, mình chỉ đọc am 5 6 7 8 thôi. Thì xem cái cách triển khai nó như thế nào, mình thấy cái nào hợp với mình thì tất nhiên hiện tại là mình đọc cái 5 cái 6 rồi, mình biết cái lượng từ nó như thế nào rồi, sau đó về sau cứ tìm bài ban 7, 7.5, ban 8 nhé, để xem cái cách người ta triển khai ý, và tất nhiên mình sẽ sau đó mình mới đóng cái phần đó lại mình tự viết. Sau đó mình nói về bài này ha. Rồi bất lợi của nó nè, cuối cùng nè, kết luận nè. Kết luận là cũng paraphrase lại, cái này chỉ là cái cách nói của cái từ ở trên thôi, nhưng mà người ta nói theo cách khác, sau đó đưa ra ý kiến của mình. Theo cá nhân tôi thì tôi nghĩ rằng cái gì đó, còn không thì thôi nhé. Còn nếu mà đi thi mà hết ý, tới chỗ đây hết ý rồi thì thôi, không cần phải nói nữa, còn nói nữa thì càng tốt. à, Tức là mình sẽ tập trung phần trên ngắn gọn hai ba câu, phần dưới ngắn gọn hai ba câu, tập trung cái phần nội dung càng tốt. Nhiều người mình tập trung vào phần mở bài nhiều quá, không đủ thời gian để viết phần thông bài thì bài của mình cũng không có điểm. Rồi về nhà dịch cái bài này ha, dịch cái bài này, dịch để xem người ta viết như thế nào. Sau đó lấy cái đề này nha, lấy cái đề này lên trên GPT á, bảo nó cho tôi 4 bài mẫu, ban 5, ban 6, ban 7 và ban 8. Sau khi xem xong thì mình ngẫm nghĩ xem là cái nào mình đang được ở đâu rồi, tức là mình thấy nó quá dễ, có nghĩa là mình đã xong cái ban đó rồi á.
Ừ.
Rồi sau đó viết lại theo cái ý của mình nhé,
Ồ,
được chưa?
ồ, ok.
Thứ thứ năm gửi, rồi nghỉ nha.
Dạ ok. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Ừ.